Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Larson's Garage. So I'm Eric Larson, and Nolan Larson's behind the camera there, my son. And today we're going to show you a pretty cool car in the collection. It's our 1987 Lincoln Town Car Sail America Commemorative Edition. So this one is, we've had it for a little over a year. We bought it from a dealer in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And it's a great ride. It's got low mileage and it's in beautiful condition. So what we'll do in this video today is we'll go around, take a look at it like we normally do, and look at the outside, look at the inside, look under the hood, and then take it for a drive so you can experience it yourself. So a little bit about the car. The Sail America Commemorative Edition was created by Ford and Lincoln to commemorate the 1987 World Cup sailing competition. And the sailboat that was the American sailboat was the Stars and Stripes. So a lot of people refer to this car as the Stars and Stripes Edition. Technically, it's called the Sail America Commemorative Edition, but you hear it both ways. Ford made about 2,014 of them, I believe, just a little over 2,000, and it was to commemorate the winning of the Cup in 1987. So good thing they won. I think from what I read, Ford designed this in the middle of '86 and started selling them. I think this one was ordered in September of '86, and it was built on November 21st, 1986, but the competition information wasn't finalized, I think, until February 1987. So it'd be interesting to see what Ford would have done with this trim package had America not won the America's Cup. So, but anyway, they did, and we've got this beautiful Lincoln here. So let's walk around it, Nolan, and we'll show you all the features of it here. So it's basically, it starts out with an 87 Signature Series trim level. It's very similar to the Signature Series. With the Commemorative Edition, you get you get a unique paint treatment. It's white with the dark blue carriage roof, which was pretty sought after in the 80s. And then you get the wire spoke aluminum wheels as well with the addition, along with the interior was an exclusive interior to this edition, which was white with blue piping. It also comes with the JBL sound system, which is their high-level sound system, as well as a leather-wrapped steering wheel. So, and then the rest of the options were pretty much the standard options of the Signature Series level, which you'll notice the familiarity of the Signature Series trim on the seats and stuff. So we'll just kind of walk around the car. Let's come this way, Nolan. So the front, we've got the typical 87 Lincoln grille with the square pattern inside the grille. We've got the clear parking lamp lenses. I think in '89 they went to an amber color. And then there's unique striping for the Sail America Edition. So it's basically red, white, and blue, multicolor stripes. Let's see what else we got here. And then you'll also notice too, along the bottom of the car, you've got the stainless steel lower body side molding, which was standard on the Signature Series trim, and of course carries over into this specific model. Also on these cars nowadays, we've got cars that have the temperature display in the infotainment system. Well, back then it was more mechanical. So there's a little thermometer mounted on the mirror here that is a mechanical thermometer that rotates and tells you the temperature. Air comes in here as you're driving and escapes under a little vent here, so air passes through and registers the temperature. Also have the keyless entry system, which Ford came out in 1980 with their Lincolns, still have it today. You put a 5-digit code in, the factory code, and it opens the doors and unlocks the trunk. You can also program in your own 5-digit code as well. It also has illuminated entry, which is the it lights up a little LED around the key at night, so you lift up the handle and this lights up along with the inside lights for safety. And then we've got this beautiful Cambria cloth carriage roof that comes with the Sail America edition. And if you look carefully, you can see it's even got like little bows going across to simulate a carriage look or a convertible top look. And then the welting in the back there, which you see a lot of times on the classic convertibles. Although this is not a convertible, this doesn't move. This is actually a fiberglass shell that this fabric is attached to, and it's glued and mounted onto the roof. But this did come from the factory that way. This is a factory edition. It's not a dealer edition. All right, then let's move around to the back here, Nolan. Do a nice slow pan. There we go. So in the back, we've got the Stars and Stripes logo on the trunk. And I forgot to mention on the other side, we'll catch it on the other side, but the same decal is on the front fender above the town car lettering. We've got a reflector bar in the back with the backup light, and then 2 parking and marker lights. We'll open up the trunk. It's got a huge, deep well trunk. So Ford has mounted the fuel tank behind that wall there, so they're able to get the trunk real deep in these Panther cars, which is cavernous. There's a lot of room in there, but it did get some complaints about having to lift up luggage and such to put in there. Also with the Signature Series, you get the power trunk pull down, so all you have to do is slowly put it down and it locks. Another feature this car had, which I believe is the only feature aside from the Commemorative package, was it has the auto leveling. So it's got 2 rear air shocks in the back that sense a lot of luggage and people, and it will pump them up to keep the car at a level ride. So it doesn't have the air springs like the later models do in the 1990s, but it's got 2 air shocks in the back with conventional coil springs. All right, now let's come on over here and look at this side. So on this side, we've got pretty much the same thing, obviously. You can see how those beautiful wire wheels look. And then up here, we'll take a look at the town car emblem. Stars and Stripes label is right there. It says town car. And then let's take a look inside. So opening the door, you can see the white and blue nautical motif with the white and blue piping on the seats. It's a very soft leather trim and with a dark blue, like a navy colored carpet. Beautiful, beautiful look. And the front as well. You want to put your camera in there and take a look around. There we go. And again, the white with the blue piping was exclusive to the Sail America edition. Both front seats are power, of course, and the right side is reclining. I think the left side's reclining too on this year. Power windows, power door locks. Really, really smooth riding car. So that's basically the outside of it. So what we'll do next is we'll have a look at the engine compartment, and then we'll go inside and take a look at the inside. All right, taking a look under the hood. Come on over and have a look at the engine, Nolan. So by 1987, Ford has now added, I believe it was started in '86, the sequential multi-port and fuel injection, which gives you a fuel injector in each cylinder. It was quite a bit improved over the previous generation, or I really think it's like the first generation of fuel injection, which was the throttle body injection. I've had a few of Lincolns like that, and it looks more like a carburetor look on the top with a round air cleaner and 2 injectors. This car is a super smooth running car and engine. I'll go ahead and start it up for you. But also over here, you'll notice you've got the pump for the air suspension is right here. So when it senses the lower end of the car too low, it'll pump that up. So, all right, Nolan, you can back it up and we'll get this engine running. She starts up and runs very smooth. The 5.0 liter engines are a very dependable engine. They're known to be very dependable. This particular one has the multi-port fuel injection, is not the high output one. It has, I believe it's 150 horsepower, and I'll have to check the torque rating again, but I'll put that on the video here. But it's a good running car, and the way it's geared in the rear differential keeps it, you know, where it's peppy, because it's got the overdrive as well. So it gets around fine. It's very smooth and quiet when you're driving it around. So let's do it. Let's take it for a drive. Okay, here we are inside the Lincoln Town Car. So we're gonna fire it up here, get the AC going. It's a hot one out today. It's 91 degrees or whatever. So we're gonna get this air on. Oh, he starts right up. And we'll kind of go through. So I'll take the camera there a second, Nolan, and we'll show the... Here's the instrument cluster. So this car is equipped with the analog instrument cluster. Some of them have the automatic or the digital cluster, but I'm certainly fine with the analog cluster. So we've got down here the lights, all the warning lights. You've got the headlights, old push-pull style, and then off to the left, which came, I believe, with the Signature series, is the auto delay. So this puts the lights on at night when it's dark enough out, and then the delay is after you shut the car off, they stay on for so many minutes. So we see that a lot on cars today. But back then it was an option. Then on the right side is a cool feature. This is an automatic high beam headlamp dimmer. So this takes it from high beams to low beams and stuff, and the adjustment on here is the sensitivity of the sensor. So the sensor is actually located up in the mirror. It's got an eye that senses the light from oncoming traffic, and dims your lights back down to low beam automatically, and then when the car passes, it goes back up to high beam. And it works with oncoming traffic, but it also works detecting the red brake lights and tail lights on cars. On the door panel, you've got the automatic electronic mirrors left and right. Just turn the pivot, power seats, power windows, door locks. There's the outside mirror with the thermometer. And then moving off to the right, oh, the cluster, we've got the engine temperature, fuel. This is the reset for the trip odometer, which is down here. Then you've got the odometer. This car has just turned 60,000 miles. And then you've got the electronic clock here, quartz clock, which is still working, and the adjuster for that right down on the bottom. I'll turn this air down a little bit here. So in the center, you've got 2 air vents. You've got an auto position. If you put it down to auto, it controls the blower automatically, so it blows on high and medium and low based on the temperature in the car, and then you can move this to adjust whatever temperature you want. So right now we have it set to about 71. So it'll put, if this is on auto, it puts the blower on high until it reaches 71 at its coldest setting, And then as it automatically senses through a sensor right above the dash there, it'll decrease the fan speed as it cools off in the car. And then once it gets cold enough and reaches its temperature, it'll even regulate the temperature of the air coming out of the vents as well, like if you were to move from cool to warm on a non-automatic type car. And then you got that, you got your rear defroster antenna, power antenna goes up and down. And then this here is the Ford JBL premium sound system, which I believe is 140 watts and something like 10 or 12 speakers. There's 2 speakers up in the dash, and then there's like a woofer speakers down here. This is like the mid and low on those, and then up here is kind of like mids and highs. And then in the back you've got a speaker that has the woofer and mid-range and high drivers in them. So pretty decent system for the day. You'll notice here with this model, you've got the Stars and Stripes logo emblem on the dash to indicate what model it is. It's a Lincoln Town Car, and it's got like a burled walnut satin trim. Open up the glove box, Nolan. Just a standard glove box. We've got the book in there that has the owner's book. It's like a leather-bound manual, spot to store cassette tapes, and change holder. And then up here we've got visor mirrors, low and high on both sides. Get that over there as well. And then a really cool feature with these cars is this vent window. So when you put your window down, the vent window travels down first. Whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. And then the big window goes down. And then you put it back up. Big window goes up, and then the little mini vent window goes up. So down and up. And then also we've got the map lights, which has been around since like 72 or something. Reading lights in the back, and a beautiful rear leather seat. And there's Nolan. And then the passenger side also has controls for the seat. All right, let's take for a ride. What's so cool about this car is like you feel pretty much totally isolated from the outside world when you're driving it. It's so quiet, very smooth. I'm gonna get a little more air here. It's hot out today. Ice cold coming out of here though. Feels really good. Yeah, pan out on that hood, Nolan. Isn't that cool? But one thing that's really great with these cars though, I mean, I think I've owned a lot of different Lincolns, and I really do think this is the softest riding generation town car, in my opinion. Prior to this, I don't think they were as well insulated. Still a very nice riding car, but these are just unbelievable. Very smooth, very quiet. And then in the 90s, the early 90s town cars were also smooth and quiet as well, but they handled differently. These are definitely more of a marshmallow feel. Seats are very soft. Acceleration's good. Quiet. Relaxing ride wherever you're going. It's got great AC in it. Very comfortable, plenty of room. Super soft and cushy seats. Great car to have a conversation in as you're driving along. car's built on the Panther platform, which came out in 1979, I think, with the LTD and marquee, gray marquee. And they've done a lot of changes to it by the time 87 rolled around, certain things. Yeah, it's a great, dependable, traditional style platform, very low maintenance, very dependable. Coil springs front and back, rear wheel drive. Definitely a nice car to ride around. What are some of the things you like about it, Nolan?
I like how it's very soft, like riding around in the suspension and stuff, I like the styling of it. It's not as aerodynamic as the 90s ones, but it's more classy looking.
For sure.
But yeah, I like how, and it's cool how it's kind of a collector's edition.
Yeah. I know we've had our eyes on getting one of these for several years, I think. You especially, Nolan.
Yeah.
I know you were really interested in getting one of these, and this one popped up on we saw it. Where did we see it? It was
Bring a Trailer.
Bring a Trailer, yeah.
And on YouTube.
And YouTube, yeah. So it was on Bring a Trailer. Bill at Competition Cars sold us the car. Great people to deal with. Bill and his son. So we bought it on Bring a Trailer and went down and picked it up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at their dealership, and it was a great experience. They really had the car all detailed up, looked like a brand new Lincoln when we picked it up. So we kind of made a little mini vacation out of it. You know, we're based in central North Carolina, and we went down there and picked it up and drove it back. It ran beautifully. And Bill and his son were very, very nice to deal with, and would definitely recommend them and would buy from them again. Yeah, we love this car. We also take this car usually if we go out to the coast, go to the Outer Banks. We like to take this one out just because the whole nautical motif is kind of cool, and people love to see it out there. So, and it's a great highway cruiser. It's nice to take a 3-hour trip to the coast in. Owned a few town cars like these. I think my first one was an '88. It was dark blue. No, it was an '88. Yeah, it was an '88. Dark blue with a dark blue velour interior. And then we sold that, and then we had an '89 Signature with was it silver frost? I think was the outside color, and the inside was dark. What do you call it? Cranberry or something?
Cranberry, yeah.
Cranberry.
Yeah, this is our third one, I think.
And then, so this one's our third one. And, they all had pretty low mileage on them. All good cars. Beautiful riding cars. Well, very good. Nolan and I are going to grab a bite to eat for lunch, and we will get back to the house, and then we can show you more of what we got with the car. Oh, I was going to mention, we got a lot of information, a lot of cool stuff on the car, like documents that I have not seen before on the Sail America Commemorative Edition. We have like a portfolio of information. It talks about Lincoln's sponsorship with the America's Cup, as well as order forms for different merchandise and stuff.
Yeah,
so we'll show you that. But we'll see you back at the house in a few minutes. Thanks for going for a ride with us. Here we have the original window sticker for the car, and a set of keys that came from the dealership after you ordered the car, along with the cassette maintenance kit. And this is pretty cool. This is a portfolio of information Lincoln created on this particular model. It opens up threefold. Talks about what is the unique features on the car, the ordering guide for the sales team, and what it contains. And then we've got, off to the left is just information on the America's Cup schedule and information for sponsorships. Oh, this is the merchandise collection for the America's Cup for 1987. And then this is a brochure for Lincoln and why it was involved with the America's Cup. It gives a brief history of the America's Cup and how it's important to America. Talks about the leadership, talks about the vessels, talks a bit about the crew. Also included is the original owner's manual portfolio with owner card and key identification, operating guide, warranty information. This is the Marty Auto Works report I had ordered for it. Here's where it tells you 2014 had the Sail America Commemorative Edition. Here's a magazine ad for the edition. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and also check out our website for pictures of all the cars we've got in the collection.